at the Special Olympics. It is a global movement geared towards creating a world of inclusion where every single person is accepted and welcome regardless of ability or disability. Today we welcome two of this year's coaches, Mary Clarke and Petra Sinclair, and athlete Josiah Luis-Brown at the 2022 Special Olympics Games hosted in Orlando, Florida. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
You are welcome. So can you tell us how many athletes represented St. Kitts in the Special Olympics this year?
Can I go ahead?
Yes.
Okay, we had four originally, five actually, five originally that were supposed to come, but in the end there was three of them. So we had Josiah, as you can see, Josiah Luis, and then we had Xavier the Blas, and then the other lad, he was from Nevis, and that was Shakir Stapleton. It was beautiful. I'm still kind of coming down from the whole event because this was like the first time Mary and I ever endeavoured to do anything like this. Once we were asked, it was because we know the young lads, we know we shouldn't call them young lads, they're adults. We know the young adults and we work with them all the time. So it wasn't an issue to me to say, yeah, you want to take some kids forward, you want to take some of these young adults forward, let's see what we can do. So we had the opportunity to work with Calvis, who was another young lad that unfortunately wasn't able to come in the end. But we worked with Josiah and Xavier, and the events that they did was the javelin and the 50-metre run, the 100-metre walk they both did. So Xavier did the 50-metre run and Josiah did the 100-metre and the javelin, so they both did the javelin.
Oh, nice.
They blew my mind. I mean...
Nice.
You know, you ask about, I guess, the journey. I guess from last October it started, didn't it? So last October is when the journey actually started. So getting into the training side of things, we always exercise with the young adults from the centres that we work at. We do exercise throughout the week. So it wasn't, that part to get them involved wasn't the challenge. It was just keeping up the momentum, keeping up the endurance. You know, 3-4 times a week we're exercising in the day, we're training in the day, we're training in the evening. You know, it was a major effort put by everybody, you know, Josiah, Xavier, Calvis, when he was up to the last point, Calvis was still working with us, you know, so it was a team effort. We came together as one, you know, so I look at it as a beautiful adventure that I'm so glad we had the opportunity to do. And these guys to, you know, get to see another part of the world, meet different people from all over the States. Isn't it, Mary? I mean, we met so many people and people that are so genuine, loving, kind people that were just helpful for us, for, you know, first-timers, and for seeing St. Kitts and people shaking your hand and saying thank you for coming. We're so grateful that you took our invitation and decided to bring, because some of the delegations, I mean, Washington, how many people? Hundreds, wasn't it, Mary? Sorry, I might be going on. Hundreds of lots and lots of people, and there's us with our 8. You know, we encompass everybody. It was wonderful.
All right, so Mary, what do you have to say about this? Because obviously, your first time as, you know.
Yes, I'm practically just almost saying it all. But as she said, it was an enlightening moment for us. When the moment we got there, we were welcomed. Everybody wanted to keep Petra up there. There was this one girl named Hannah from Idaho. I mean, you would have thought that she knew Petra before. Every time she was going to do a game, she had some special shoes that she said that the shoes is going to fly her up. So she would come, she would show Petra her shoes, and Petra would have to, when she have her own coach, you know, but Petra would have to put her makeup on, Petra would have to put her suntan on, everything Petra would have to do for her. So it was really, really, really good. And for Josiah and Xavier, I mean, it was challenging, but it was really, really, really good. The good part about it is that we were preparing them here before for not eating any junk food. He loves burger. Every 5 minutes he will say he needs his burger. Okay. But we have a coach by the name of Ken from the stadium, Kim Collins Stadium, and he practiced us that we must have the yogurt and the porridge and the fruits, which Josiah them didn't like, but we did that for the whole of the games. We did that, and then after it was finished, then Petra said, "Man, you all could go and eat all the burgers you want, all the things you want," and that was the day that Josiah, just jump up because you really just grab in the morning. You have to get up for 4. Then you have to be at the field for 7. I mean, it hurts me sometimes when people get there and they say your game has already gone. So Petra will run along with Xavier in front, and I will come behind with Josiah. And as soon as you get there, I mean, you have to get something, the yogurt and the food, and then they get into the game. So it was really, I sure Kim Collins cannot beat me and Petra now.
I love the energy. So how many medals did the SKN team win?
We came back with a gold from Nevis, so Shakir got his gold in tennis, and then Xavier, he got his gold and silver, so he got his gold in his 50-metre run, and he got his silver in his javelin, and then Josiah, he got his, because how the Special Olympic works, everybody participates, everybody gets a ribbon, or a gold medal, silver medal, or bronze, so in his 100-metre walk, he got a gold ribbon with a little gold medal on it, and then for his javelin, and that was an iffy day, weren't it, Josiah? He weren't really in the mood.
Oh, for the javelin.
Yeah, so it's one of them ones because you go to the people who. You have to put them on standby, so to speak, where you take the athlete, they go into standby, ready to go to their event. So practically you're letting them go, and you can't touch them after that. So they're into the Special Olympics hands. So that day when it was his javelin, he was like, "I'm not in the mood. No, I don't want to do it." And you can't force them. You can't. It's about them. You know what I mean? It's about Josiah. So. Basically, I'm like to the lady, I says, give us a couple of minutes. So Mary takes him away, and he sees his blue Gatorade drink, and they've got all in the fridges and that, and water and everything, because keeping us all hydrated and everything throughout the session. And he's like, goes and gets his the blue Gatorade, eats a muffin. I guess he gets powered up. So we come back and says, Josiah, are you up for this then? You up for the javelin? Yeah.
Nice.
So my man here, he's got up, his first throw, well, thank gosh we had 3 goes, as we learnt as we went along. His second throw, I guess, was the gold.
Oh, nice. So, congrats to him.
It's great.
You've got to give him a go, you know what I mean? You've got to have patience. That's another thing I've learned. Patience. And listening. I know I probably ain't listening to you right now because I'm so excited, but patience and listening to each other, and staying focused, because we all don't communicate the same, so whether it's through our eyes, through our, talking, through our hands, all that we have to, you have to take into account. And I don't know, I always say to the guys, if we're showing love, it's just going to be cool. Because that's what everybody's going to feel, and things are going to work out, and it worked out for him.
We'll now be speaking to Xavier, another athlete who represented the Federation in the 2022 Special Olympics Games, and Charles Morton, the assistant head of Delegations, and of course, our beloved new best friend, Petra, who's here with us again. All right. So, in which events did Xavier participate?
Xavier was in the 50-metre run and the javelin.
Oh, okay.
And the 100-metre walk, the 100-metre walk.
Wow, all 3. And you've got medals to prove it.
That's it.
So he got the gold in which event?
So he received the gold in the 50-metre run.
Okay.
The 50-metre run. Yeah. And I was screaming at you when I I mean, Mary running, because there's a fence, and so you see us running along the fence.
Okay.
Because, again, like I said, once you give them up, because they're like our kids, you know.
Yeah.
And we were pretty much told, bring back my children safely.
Nice.
So, which we did, thank the Lord. So you're running along. So he got his 50-meter gold, and then his javelin.
You got silver.
Oh gosh, he got his silver. And again, that was the moment where Mary thought I was going to jump the fence. I was just over the moon. Because you literally saw it fly through the air.
Okay, nice.
You know? And again, it's about, you listened, didn't you? Because what did I say? What did I say to you? Can you remember? About your steps. Was it 1, 2, 3, and... Yeah, throw. You know, as simple as that, you know, it sounds simple, but once you get into action, and there was a lot of amazing lads there, weren't they? You remember Collins? Yeah. A lot of amazing young men working alongside him. And I mean, you know, it's years and years of work that put it in. So we didn't take it lightly that we're up against some forces here, you know. So I'm over the moon, like I said before, and proud beyond compare that we came home with some medals, you know. I mean, like I said, first time, you know, having this opportunity and the lads having this opportunity to fly.
Yeah, if I can jump in as well, I just want to say that we had, I think it was almost 5,000 persons at the games. And so for us to be gold medalists, in at least 3 gold medals we came home, it's a phenomenal experience. You know, for small St. Kitts, we are the smallest delegation. Trinidad had a relatively small delegation as well. But the fact that St. Kitts, a smaller nation, was able to get 3 medals, 3 gold medals, and 2 silver, we were ecstatic.
It's quite a feat, quite an accomplishment indeed.
So, Mr. Morton, is this your first time going to the Special Olympics?
This is the first time, and I was enthralled with the experience. I mean, I just couldn't imagine that it would be like that. And because of that experience, I know I'm going to give of myself more in that area. I guarantee when I joined the organization as a director, I had the opportunity to go to Connecticut to do some training in terms of, you know, helping with the organization of the how it's run, the accounts aspect, the finance and stuff like that. But then you know, you just walk on the periphery, you know, from the management aspect. But then when you become part of a delegation that travels with the actual athletes, this is what it's about. I mean, just to be with them. You know, they are the most loving, you know, persons. Everybody, you see, they greet, they hug, you know. I mean, that's just what those athletes are about.
I get the sense that that's its own reward, and to be part of that, working alongside them. Honestly, you've got some memories, and to see that you've come back with the medals, even if you didn't. Just knowing that you were working with them, I imagine it's its own reward indeed.
And I just want to say also that we want to look for next year is the World Games. This was the US Games, but next year is the World Games, and that will be held in Germany in June as well. And so we are beginning our preparations. So we are going to be knocking on doors and soliciting assistance and sending a message and, you know, stuff like that, so that we can have, you know, more athletes participating, and we can also have a greater number of delegates who could assist, because each athlete, believe me, they need almost a chaperone. Yeah, they do. Right? And so it is necessary for us to be there so we can help them along. So if you want to say anything, I want to hear from you. I know you don't talk very much, but just say how you feel. That might be a good thing.
You feel good.
You should. I like that. Good. Congratulations. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, thanks for bringing back some medals for St. Kitts. Yeah, nice.
I just want to, if I may, because I think it's important, I want to take the opportunity to talk about the head of delegation, who is Ivor Blake, right? But he went on to Germany in preparation, and so he has not yet returned to the Federation. So Ivor is very much responsible for making sure that all things were put in place prior to our arrival. He went up 2 days before the team, and then he also remained with the team after, you know, he remained after the team returned home. So Ivor is the coordinator. He keeps everything together, and I assist him.
Thank you, Ivor.
And then we have, persons like Clarice Cotton, we have Debbie, Debbie Matthew. I don't want to start naming names, and then we run into problems, but those persons have been around the Special Olympics for a very long time. And then we had some sponsors, and I think Mary wanted to give the names, and maybe Petra can do that.
With Mr. Wilkinson, he was the gentleman who helped Xavier, Josiah, and Calvis when we used to go down to Fairchild. Remember that?
Yes.
On the bus.
Alonso.
Yeah. So he helped us with our technique for the javelin and techniques for our running.
Okay.
And then we have Atiba Harris, as you know. And he gave us some sneakers, didn't he? Yeah. Remember that? Yeah. So Atiba donated sneakers to a lot of people, a couple of the guys as well from that night centre. Okay. Those guys who go up to the stadium with us when we was training with Ken. So he's another chap that I'm going to mention to say thank you to as well, is Ken. He's up at the stadium. He's the fitness trainer for the gym, and thank you, Ken. Big time, thank you, Ken. Cable TV as well, we'd like to thank. And then Kydra Henry, who was assistant coach. So big up to her, because she was with us all the way as well. So Kydra. And last but not least, really quickly, the parents, thank you so much. Thank you, Xavier's mom, for entrusting your son to us. And thank you, Josiah's mom, for entrusting your son to us. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes. And we want to add the Sinkits government, in that there was a donation by the Ministry of Sports. And so we were able to help with offset some of the expenses.